Alright, hello YouTube and cryptocurrency family. I am the Crypto Vet, and as always, I am a doctor, and this is not financial advice, but this is my first YouTube video, and I'm super excited to do this. My first channel. I thought about it, whether I should do this or not, but I think any publicity that's positive about the crypto space and learning is damn good enough for me, and I hope the other YouTubers help me out with this. Promote me. I'm going to promote all the YouTubers that help me learn more about technical analysis, because I love doing this and I'm trying to bring it to more people in the best quality that I can. I'm going to teach you about technical analysis, fundamental analysis, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, holdings, allocation, my personal swing trading strategy, my exit strategy. You got to get out of this shit, got to make some money, right? The different exchanges I use, tracking view, trading view, taxes for crypto. Did you know you had to do taxes? You do, okay? And then I'm also going to start a new series that I'm going to call the 3-minute crypto, and I'm going to pick an altcoin, different things that are coming up new, and I'm going to explain it in 3 minutes as simple as I can, because ain't nobody got time for that shit, right? But overall, please like and subscribe. I'm super excited to do this, and let me go ahead and tell you why you clicked on this. Bitcoin's gonna crash. So here's my opinion, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, let me close these damn windows, and we'll go ahead and start over here on CoinMarketCap, and we can see that Bitcoin is in the green along with a lot of other major coins here, coming up to 91.76. And my boy XRP still chilling down here at 17.8 cents. He's been chilling down there for a while. But let's go ahead and get into my little Galaga ship drawing here. So everything is telling us that we are trading in, these are macro trends. First off, weekly candle chart. I have our resistance line from going from December of 2017 down. This has been a strong resistance line that we cannot seem to beat. And I went ahead and drew two legendary support lines here that seem to always keep us afloat. Lots of confirmations on both of these lines. And if we look at this just from big picture, because I want to just see big picture first, I see what's forming here to be possibly a reverse head and shoulders, right? Which would mean that we would dump and reconsolidate before a bull run. Okay, another thing that I see, and we start adding our indicators, which are important, we can go ahead and see that first off, our volume is decreasing, right? Not the most bullish trend. If we go ahead and add in our EP, or exponential moving average, I don't know where I got the P from. So if we do our exponential moving averages here, we have our 100 and 200 day moving averages coming close together, which didn't turn out so well here, but now we're doing the cross the other way. So I'll just hold tight on that for a while. We have our MACD in a green downtrend, so it's not down yet, but it seems to be going that way. Our relative strength index also coming down. Okay, and then the one great thing that hasn't been wrong yet is our hash ribbon rate, which I know a lot of YouTubers talk about. We had a buy signal here, boom. We had a buy signal back here, boom. And again, boom, boom. So that's good, right? Well, why am I saying that I think it's gonna go down? All right. Before we do that, let's go ahead and go to a little tighter window. Let's go ahead and rest into the 4-hour candles, and this is going back to about May of this year. And overall, I'm not gonna get too deep into it. We got some ascending columns, descending columns. We got potentially a constricting wedge here forming. Again, showing us that 9200 point is very, very important. And as of right now, it looks like we are about to test it. So I could be 100% wrong before this video is posted. I'll still post it anyway, because like I said, this is just my big picture outlook, and you shouldn't be making any decisions off what I say anyway, right? I'm not a financial advisor. You should educate yourself, but this is how I'm doing it. So 9200 is where we're going to retest, and I still think that we're going to go down and follow what the TA is telling us before we actually break out. So if we come back to here, whoa, there's a lot of shit on here, right? I'm going to go ahead and take off our moving averages. We don't really need our RSI right now. And let's zoom in. I've drawn this left left and right shoulder, my prediction for the right shoulder, and we can see off of my Fibonacci fan here that we are below one of the other, and I know a lot of people aren't going to say real Fibonacci lines of support and all that, but we are getting close to where we will have to retest this strong point at 9600 as well as that 9200 mark. So we have a lot of resistance to push through for Bitcoin to go up. And now if we come back to this one, I'm going to take off a bunch of this crap and show you my last prediction as far as what is going to happen. Let me learn how to change this. So if we come in here and we zoom in on our, I'll get rid of my volume. Okay, if we zoom in here, we've got the left shoulder here of that head and shoulders, the head, and then my drawing of the right. Let's go ahead and just do something different. I'm going to go ahead and just do this Elliott wave. And this Elliott wave is telling us that we are in that same little wedge that I showed on the other candlestick. And then half of you guys who know a lot about technical analysis are going, hey, you're an idiot, you put D in the wrong spot, and you were 100% right. For an Elliott wave to form like that, D would have to come right here. And that is why I did this one last. If you go to a corrective wave, Elliott wave, we have this constricting barrier triangle in this description, and it is going down, and when we hit the top again, we either will keep going or plummet to the ground. So right here, if this is here, then that just means I'm wrong, right? Well, this is where technical analysis and fundamental analysis must be used together. In the world, what happened right here? This was when Corona hit the United States, and it hit us hard. So this is a kerfuffle, a black swan, the thing that we could not have prepared for. So what if back before Corona, this bull run didn't actually happen and we got resistance again and dropped? I guarantee you we would have had support right here. So in my, just hypothetical scenario here, no Corona, we would have hit there, bounced down, came up, and then this one could have been the one that broke us to the top. But we didn't. We had this. So for fundamental analysis, I always like to go ahead and picture the news. There's good things being said about cryptocurrency. We have a new price model that's saying exponential bull run. This is Willy Woo, the man himself, and he published a new Bitcoin price model, which I'll show you down below. It actually shows the same thing, kind of like the hash rate's not wrong, but what do I know? So if we look, we see that this bull market is to begin in July. I think he is right. I just think we need a correction first because of other things happening in the world. I could go through all of these articles. I tried to find bad Bitcoin articles, but there was only a few, and they were not that recent. Overall, there's good news coming. This new model here is showing, that we are in a bull run. We have lots and lots of talk, about the digital dollar, different banks potentially, accepting different cryptos, so there's so much good thing fundamentally going on. This guy here saying, old Billy here saying, perfect storm can push Bitcoin over 1 trillion. And by doing that, all the banks would need to do is allocate, I believe it was 1% institutional allocation. So the banks would only have to do 1%. Who wants to do 1% of a thing all the time, right? Like it's not going to take much for us to break $1 trillion when Bitcoin alone right now is it's just over $169 billion by itself. Let's say XRP got shot up to $10 like it will eventually. Yeah, that's add a zero to that, right? So there's lots of good news going on. So another thing, Bitcoin price might flip this level into support to avoid a drop. So over the weekend, Bitcoin price dropped below 9,000. Okay, it wasn't there for long, but it dropped below. Time in 7 days, but the weekly close was relatively uneventful. As covered by Cointelegraph, buyers quickly stepped in to buy the dip. Yeah, there's tons of people who still believe in Bitcoin. I am one of those. I am 100% bullish on Bitcoin. If you have some now and don't know what to do with it, hold on to it, and in 10 years, I guarantee it'll be worth it more than what it is now. So with all this good news, even with Trump trying to take us down, old orange glow here, he's not going to be able to touch it because there's such a big presence in the world. Blockchain in itself is just such a, revolutionary thing that, there's no way that it's going to disappear. All of these articles will be included in the description, so that way you can see them, because I do go through them real fast. I don't want people to think it's just my context that is worth it and that I just pick the best things to read about. No, I read the whole article and think whether or not it's a good thing that some of you guys should look into. So right here, Bitcoin had another calm week despite the expiration of nearly 1 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's a lot of money, right? 1 billion. I bet that made the Bitcoin price drop a ton. Well, no, not really. 169 billion. Okay, now you only have 168 billion. Damn. How are you gonna eat? This probably resulted into less than a $100 change. So let's go ahead and do less than 1%. Oh, let me get my measure tool out. Here, we're gonna go to 1%. Look at that change. So we went from 19,181 to like 281, so $100 is what that would have equated, in my opinion, in the market. Not enough to do shit. Okay, they just bet the wrong way. Oh well, this is a gamble. That's why you shouldn't just sell your house and buy Bitcoin right now. Please do your due diligence, read up on this shit, and make sure you stay on top of it. So back here, the reason I say that this is a kerfuffle and that this is the problem is because of old Rona. And during this time, unexpected, we dropped below and we couldn't even hold a good support line. But what's happening right now? I think we're repeating it. And I see a lot of news about reopenings and stuff, good news about this, but that's not true. I'm here in Texas, and there are still coronavirus. We're halting the reopening. I just watched live Governor Abbott tell us, please stay home, do all this shit. As soon as, July 4th is coming right now, so people don't want to listen. People don't want to wear their masks. I can't tell you how many times people bitch at me about me asking them to put their mask on before they come into my, work establishment. Some people are assholes, and I'm sure to tell them right up front. But, we're not containing the coronavirus. People are having trouble paying their bills. Now, if restaurants have to shut down again, that means less money is going to be put into their pockets, right? So, we could be setting up for another quarantine and lockdown. Like I said, I don't know for sure, because I hope this goes away. But as a doctor, I'm thinking we ain't doing the right shit to properly quarantine corona. Because to quarantine something, there must be complete isolation away during a certain time frame. That is never going to happen in the world. Never gonna happen. All right, but on top of just all the old Ronas coming after us, we still have protests. Most of them peaceful, but still have protests. We got those assholes in the groups that are just trying to start a war with the police. We have Black Lives Matter leader calls for defunding police. Black people do not trust politicians, regardless of the fact there's social unrest occurring right now. So with all of these big things happening, coming back to the chart, I think we could be in for another kerfuffle, and that worries me. So, well, I told you that I was going to tell you my allocations and holdings, right? So if you've stuck around this long, which I hope you appreciate, I really appreciate. I hope you like and subscribe. Tell me to your friends. I'll answer questions in the comments. I have no life. I will do this for you because I love this that much. This is going to go down before it comes up, and I guarantee you it will come up. The question now is, how much are we going to come down? So my predictions on this is as such. So I got a lot of Fibonacci lines on here for levels of support, different numbers that I think it's going to hit. With right now the current price being 91.57 and it's 324 Texas. I think we are very, very close to touching that 9,200 and potentially getting that dump soon. We have some lines that we can hit. Right here, we can drop down and hit a nice support around the 87 to 8800. There's lots of trend lines and support that show that right here is one of those numbers that people are ready to buy out. Like, that's a good number. But if we follow my reverse head and shoulders as well as the Elliott wave, I can see us dropping to our big support line, and that support line is all the way down here at around 6,000. The big even of 6,000 should hold us. We may have some outliers, but that big even should hold us. And my overall buying is I'm going to try to get in somewhere in the middle here. I have Bitcoin allocated to the side. I'm going to show you what I'm doing on my Robinhood account, which I know people are going to be like, what the hell are you doing with Robinhood? But again, I said I'm just doing it because I have the Robinhood cash management card. So if I sell Bitcoin on there, I can swipe this card and I can swipe $4,000 because that's what I sold. And I have that money very liquid. All right, and then I also have that same thing with the crypto.com card, which I highly suggest, and I will have a link in the description for the crypto.com card. If you sign up and stake 50 MCO, which right now is actually only about $200 instead of $250, you will get $50 free, and so will I. I said they have other cards, so if you real fancy, you can get this black one, but this rose gold one is kind of the one I was hoping to get here in the future, but we'll kind of have to see. Please use my referral link. If not, no, it's okay. I forgive you. But so my target here is to buy somewhere in the 7,800 region, because I'm thinking this fall won't be as drastic as this one because it's not as shocking a news. I think we're going to come down to probably about here, and this is where I want to buy. And there will always, I think, be a little bit of an outlier because of the potential to go down. So I think about 78.28 is a good buyback for me. And if you want to play it extra safe, you could always buy a little bit. You could split this allocation in half, buy 50% here and buy 50% here, with hopes to sell, 25% of it up here. So I sold, I believe it was around 92.81, and I'll just go ahead and show you. So if you look right over here, I sold, what is that, $4,000 worth of Bitcoin on June 25th. And if you look over here, I have a limit buy to buy that back in at 78.28. I don't like to buy at the big evens because if I don't have a specific stop loss, short, or whatever set up, there's a chance that I might not get it at those big even prices because a lot of people like to buy at those prices. So I pick a random price and I do it at less than 1 Bitcoin at a time because I ain't that rich, just to hopefully get my order filled when I want it. So that is what I think is going on with Bitcoin. Remember, I am a doctor, not a financial advisor. Take this with a grain of salt. Some YouTubers agree with me. Some think I'm absolutely wrong. Go watch them. Learn from what they think. What did they see on the charts? This whole world is about knowledge, and you got to absorb it and learn if you want to get good at anything. So without further ado, I'm going to cover a last couple things because I love XRP. When I see trends like this, Ripple, whales buy massively XRP. Is an XRP rally coming up? I don't think anything's going to happen with XRP until Ripple takes over the financial world, right? But when you see stuff like this, where we've got big people buying large amounts, so 10 million XRP, that's $2 million right now, when it's at about 20 cents. So it's a little low right now. So but between $1 and $2 million just launching up, okay, somebody must know something we don't know, right? I personally hold between these two. I have probably about 25,000 XRP that I have accumulated over a while. I'm a firm believer in it, and I think I can't remember who said it, but he said if you held $100 worth of XRP, you'll thank me in the future. So I am reiterating his words. I will find it and put it in the link because I think it's Jedi. I'll look it up and put it on there, but he's wonderful, and you should watch his videos too if you haven't, so I will put his stuff in there. And last, if you want to hone in on your technical analysis and don't have time to wait for me to put out videos, I've got 2 YouTubers that I watched and actually took their courses just because I wanted to see, could they teach me something I didn't know? And the first guy his name's Tyler S. This is his YouTube channel. Let me pull him up on, there we go. So this is Tyler S. This is his YouTube channel. This guy, he keeps it short and sweet. He tells you the good technical analysis, and his course was, very helpful, very refreshing to remind me this was the difference of that. This is the difference of that. And then if you want to get way more technical, I recommend Jebb. This guy I watched a lot of on my trip to Florida, which apparently he was actually on a trip in somewhere in the Appalachian Mountains at the same time. Probably has no idea, but I watched at least 50 of his videos during the drive just because I liked hearing his ideas, how he thinks about it, and I highly promote that. I'm going to have links to both of these guys down below. They have no idea who I am. I'm not getting any referrals. I just think this is a good place to start if you somehow found my first video ever for the first time right now and you need more immediately. All right. So, please like and subscribe. As soon as I get, a small amount of followers here, I'm going to start giving away stuff because I like doing that. Things like the Kobo storage, which I have, as well as the Ledger Nano. I am going to go over these things, how to use them, what to do, and hopefully start giving away these things once you guys like and subscribe and tell your friends that, hey, this weird tattooed veterinarian guy is talking about cryptocurrency. What the hell he know, right? So, go ahead and like and subscribe. I will put those buttons in. I know I keep saying that, but this is my first video. If you don't like it, there's no way YouTube is going to pass it on to other people. So without further ado, get out of here, make your decisions on whether or not to hold or sell Bitcoin, and I will see you in the next video. Later, crypto family.